So we're here in update 7 now. I finished... Whoa. Legs jumped substantially. I finished this. So I got the... whatchamacallit? Well, the infrastructure and stuff done. So we're going to put the exterior as we're talking. So I haven't even really... Yeah, I don't even think I touched any of the update 7 stuff yet. So we'll do that in a little bit. So I'll show you the general pattern, I think, of what we're going to do for this exterior here. This is a big building. And thanks to blueprints, I won't ever have to do something like this again. So let's go across here. So I noticed too, it's been running less good, I guess would be the... No, it's not the proper way to say it, but it's the way I'm going to say it. And I know that's just because they're still working on updates, you know, stability and stuff. You know, which always happens. It happened last time, it happened, you know, every update, especially on the experimental branch which we're playing on. Every time there's an update, the game runs worse. Runs worse for a little bit, but then, you know, they fix it. Some things I noticed. I just wanted to test something. Yeah, they fixed it. When it immediately launched the other day, the power from the train rails to the hover pack was not working. This is how we're going to do this part. So that wasn't working. They definitely fixed it. You know, it's working now. Like I said, I haven't even touched it. The only other thing I've noticed is the, which was all over the subreddit, which was the issues they were having with the conveyor belts. So for whatever reason, like, stuff will start moving on them and then they just stop. And you know, that I know they're aware of. That's been everywhere. Just a second. It's ended in a big window in the middle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show this part off, you know, like usual. We'll get this done about halfway through, and then I'm gonna go back to the hub and check out some of the features. So something else I wanted to call out, they mentioned this in when they were going over like what to expect for the update. They said for the Christmas event, they said they're not doing new stuff because they're just going to reuse the stuff from last year's Christmas event. And I have to say, I do not believe them. I don't know how many people watched the last episode, but I was saying how I always enjoy when they put when stuff goes live on the full side. They always, you know, keep some stuff for the full update on the early access side. That's what I think they're going to be doing. I think they're holding off on the I think the Christmas stuff's going to be the new stuff. interested to see. I don't know when they do it from, but I think it starts in December. So in a few weeks I'll know if I'm right or not. Another cool thing I noticed from like the roof up here, you can start to see some of the other buildings. So you can see the hubs over there. You can see the iron ingot and concrete. And obviously, there's the ones here. On the other side, you can see like the plastic. So what are the other stuff they did? The conveyors I think I'm going to use in the next. When I do Architecture Factory. Which I'm going to try to design. I think the way we're going to do it is we're going to design it in the blueprint thing, and then I'll build it. So instead of the part of me building it up front, that's what we'll start with, the blueprint design. Yeah, it was a very small update. I was kind of surprised they did such a small one. But yeah, I get they're trying to get this done, which is I appreciate. Sorry if I'm a little sleepy. I had a wedding I went to last night, and it was late. The wedding itself was at 7:30. So the cocktail hour wasn't even till 10. Or not 10, till 8. Dinner was at 10, which was... You know, I mentioned I work overnight, so it didn't bother me, but like everyone was exhausted. I could tell. But we need to get this done. We've got important things like copper sheets and computers to make. Oh, and I was definitely right, by the way. I noticed once I finished building it, I'm like, I should have put two foundations in between each one of these. But this one took a really long time to build. I think because everything's so spread out. Because normally I have everything closer together. That's okay. This is good. This is exactly how I kind of wanted the buildings to look. Almost like thin copper sheets. So I looked at them. I'm using the orange. Like I said, I repeat myself, but also we're doing a lot of like orange buildings now. And water plates. So I decided I think I'm going to do I think the Caterium factory is going to go up north. Because I found an area using the radar, which is now like, now that I have crystal oscillators being built at one of my temporary factories, I can make radio towers everywhere. So it's a nice spot up north. It's funny too, because I was looking at the recipe, or at least the base recipe for the leg spike, the crystal oscillator, and you basically have it. Once we're done with the computers, we'll basically have it done. We just have to put up a quartz factory, and that's it. That being said, I don't know which recipe I'm going to use. I got to look at it. As we're getting our big old slivers here going. Well, funny enough, I realized too when I was picking up the silica for this, I never cleaned up after the copper ingot factory. So it's just like trainfuls of supplies just sitting there. So yeah, that's why you always got to clean up after you finish your projects. It's good life advice, and I know I don't do that. I'm the worst. Oh man. Okay. This side's just about done. Oh, you know what? I wanted to put the building access. I wanted to put it in the back. Oh yeah, this is the island that's going away. I thought it was going away in this update, but I guess not. Yeah, see, I wanted to put the access back here, but I don't know if that'll be... Yeah, I can figure it out. You know what? I'm going to be daring. I'm not even going to put access to the inside. So let me show off what the insides look like now, because they'll be forever entombed in a minute. We got our water and copper ingots on the right here, and then on the left we have our sheets coming out. Then we got 5 floors. And each row is 7. Excuse me. So when we finish, I'll do my usual putting the calculator in the sign. But what's nice is the recipe is like 1-for-1 with copper ingots. It doesn't need to be there. So with that means that there's not a loss, which is good. Generally, most recipes, you lose a little bit each time, each step of the way. But this is 1-for-1, which is rare. But I'm going to button this up, do a little time lapse, and then we'll come back and we'll try some, I'll show how this looks, and we'll head over to the hub and try some of, throw down at least the blueprint thing and mess around with that a little bit. So, I'll be back in a second. finally finished. It only took me about like 2-3 extra days. Granted, when I say days, I mean, yes, it is about 2-3 days after, but you know, I wasn't working like 8-hour shifts playing this game. That being said, let me show it off. It's kind of hard to see from here, but we're gonna go in. You can see we have our refineries all in a line. And I want to mention, anyone that's considering building like this, don't. There's a reason why it's not very efficient to build stuff in a line like this. It took forever. But while we're close, before we do the grand reveal, let's throw up our sign here. I did our math already. So we want that one, we want this layout, and it's no longer shenanigans. Potential parts per minute. No, I put the number first. So we're at 6,300. 600. Easy for me to say. 6,300 parts per minute. Potentially. Well, it's fully loaded the way it is. But let us fly out and look at this thing. So, as you can clearly see, I put a nice sign on the outside. I kind of wish there was a way to turn those, so that they were, instead of going long-wise like that, they were going up and down. So I can make the letters bigger. But I actually do like the way it looks, even though they're kind of close together. It's funny, I kind of want to do a similar design for when I get to the, I don't know what they're called, either the heat sinks or the cooling systems or whatever they are, but I'm not, because like I said, this design, well, look, I like the way it looks, especially from the side. See the tall windows. I do like the way it looks, but it was a pain to build. So with that, I have steel beams. Oh, let's jump going in there. So with our nice overview of our factory, we're going to head to, we want to head to the hub. So I want to check out some of the update 7 stuff. I mean, I was kind of thinking about it. Unfortunately, it's going to basically be the blueprint designer hub. And I mean, the other thing they added, I know, was the ceiling mounts, which, I mean, I can't really show that off on here. Isn't there something else they added? I don't remember. It definitely was. Whatever. As we take our ride to the hub, I wanted to talk about, well, I wanted to just, yeah, talk about, I had mentioned previously, Jesus, just say it already, the wedding that I went to. I wanted to talk about the Uber driver we had on the way home from it. So going there, the one we had didn't say anything, which was fine. You know, I'm okay with that. But going back, you know, coming back to my house, I was feeling pretty good, I'll put it that way. And the guy was super nice. I'm not going to say his name, but because don't know if I can pronounce it properly, but the guy was super nice. And he was kind of talking to us a little bit about, like, driving for Uber. And what I thought was really interesting is he was saying how many nice people he met. He was surprised, like, yeah, I think he said he was kind of surprised how nice everyone was. And we kind of got talking more, what's the term? Abstractly, I think it would be the correct. And, I was saying, I'm not too surprised that he's met all these nice people. Because I feel like most people are nice. And, I think most people deep down are good people. And it was funny because he's like, he definitely agreed, but I could tell he was, he agreed, but maybe not to the extent that I was saying it. Because I truly believe that deep down I think a very, very large majority of people are good. Just all life and other stuff gets in the way. But deep down, I do think everyone's a good person. But yeah, it was so nice because he was saying that I hear that all the time. Actually, as most people agree that once you get past all the petty stuff, like, everyone's just nice. And I like that. And I was kind of saying, too. But I didn't think that everyone was good. It's kind of a bleak outlook to have. I'm going to turn the camera so you get that stupid thing. I think it's kind of a bleak outlook to have that, like, everyone or most people aren't good. And I'm saying, even if everyone's not acting good at the moment, you gotta have hope that in the end, everyone is good. So, that's my inspiring message for today. But yeah, it's, like I said, I wasn't just saying that because we're partying at a wedding. I do truly believe that. Oh, the autosave. I knew that was going to happen. But I haven't unlocked anything or done anything in the hub. So we can go up, we can mark our copper sheet factory as complete. Then we can unlock blueprints and ceiling mounts. You know what? While we're waiting for this, let's see what else. I'm going to do the very professional thing and look it up on my phone. What's new? Oh, that was the thing, the hostility modes for the, creatures. Yeah, so, I'm not messing with that. And I see they reverted back the track skip power again. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Because it definitely, a whole bunch of stuff got screwed up in the, when the update dropped, which, that's par for the course. One of the things was that Rails weren't powering the hover pack, but they're doing it now, so. And one thing I noticed, I'll have to go back and watch one of my older episodes. The deconstruct effect. Like when you, I'll show it off in a little bit when we get up to the hub. Oh, we gotta wait for a stupid train up there. I think it changed. I didn't see anything in the patch notes about the effect changing, but to me, I don't know, I noticed it a lot more. So, like I said, I'll have to double check that if someone wants to let me know. Is that another water? That's a funny thing. If I got the pressurizers, I could just put them on there and get rid of those pipes going up there. There's one here and one there, but those pressurizers I think should be earlier on. And then maybe, I don't know, just make it so you can't use them on the gas deposits or something. Because I feel like all the stuff I would want to use the pressurizers for, by the time you get that, like, I already, again, I know like the what's it, the nitrogen gas you need it for, but like the water pressure, the water, whatever you want to call that back there, deposit, I'm not going to use. I guess maybe the oil one. Alright, we finally made it back. Only take a few minutes to look at this upgrade station, because you'll see it in the next episodes, because that's what I'm going to be building mostly. Ugh. And a lot of lag. Alright, so let's pop up here. So go in here, it's under tier 4. Select that. Another 50 modular frames, I got that. Another 300. Okay. That's easy enough. See, this is where our central supply here pays off. Nope, gotta go the other way. Beams, replace the ones I used. Concrete, give me 2 stacks. Cable. Perfect. Let's fly back up. A little lag here. Throw those in, throw that in, put that in, throw that in. And launch this bad boy. Watch our little pod take off, which we don't get to see very often. Goodbye. One thing we'll do before we build it. Switch that to a check. You can see next we're doing the Caterium, which I mentioned already, I know. So the blueprints. Let's see how big this thing is. Anything special? Yes. Oh wow, this thing is... Huh. I was hoping to just fit it in here. But I guess not. just make a temporary little platform here. Put that there, give me walls. I don't actually know how big this thing is. Is that enough, or do I need more? You know what? For now, I know it's kind of floating on nothing, but I'll make a proper, like, platform for this thing. Like, blueprint storage. Yeah, interesting. Let's fit a decent amount of stuff on here. I know they said a a good blueprint to have is just like a floor like this. Let me see, does this thing need power? Doesn't appear to. Blueprint's gonna be 1 meter foundation. I don't know if that's spelled right. Select icon. Under buildings, maybe. Do they have like? Let's see. Wait, we might see that they do. Yeah, I like that. Clear it. Huh. Now to use that, let me see. We can just come here. Now we have this big 4x4. Yeah, this is gonna make building a lot easier. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Just gonna make a little bit of a platform out here. And then next time, we'll play some more with this. And we'll use it to make the Caterium factory. The refinery's fitting this, right? Oh yeah. So we'll see how high. Okay, so these go like pretty much right to the top. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we'll play around with this some more next time. But for now, I will see everyone later.